It usually happens on a Friday afternoon. You get a calendar invite. No subject line, just quick sync. It's with your boss, who is maybe 15 years younger than you, and someone from HR who is 20 years younger than you. You know what it is before you even walk in the room. It's the restructuring. It's the pivot. It's the polite way of saying, you are too old. You are too expensive, and we found a way to replace you with software or a 25-year-old who works for half your salary. Ageism is not a myth. If you are over 45 working in a corporate environment, you are walking around with a target on your back. It doesn't matter how loyal you've been. It doesn't matter that you hit your KPIs in 2015. The corporate machine is a calculator, not a family. And right now, the calculator is saying that you are a liability. But here is the truth that HR will never tell you. You are not being pushed out because of your age. You are being pushed out because of your perceived obsolescence. There is a difference. Age is a number. Obsolescence is a choice. Today, we are going to build your defense. We are going to construct the ageism shield. This is a strategic protocol to transform you from the old guy/gal in the corner to the strategic anchor that the company cannot survive without. Standard disclaimer. I am a strategist, not a lawyer or employment counselor. This video is for educational purposes. Every workplace is different. If you want to survive the next decade of your career, you need to stop acting like an employee and start acting like an asset. Let's begin. Part 1. The diagnosis, why you are a target. To defeat the enemy, you must understand the enemy. Why does ageism happen? It is rarely personal malice. It is almost always cold, hard math. By the time you reach 50, you are likely at the top of your earning curve. In 2026, companies are looking at that junior employee. They see someone who is hungry, willing to work 60 hours a week, and crucially knows how to use AI to do the work of 3 people. Then they look at you. If you are doing the exact same work you were doing 5 years ago, but you cost twice as much as the junior, you are mathematically underwater. This is the value gap. If you are the manager who just forwards emails, sits in meetings, and approves timesheets, you are extinct. A script can do your job. The uncomfortable truth is that many Gen X workers have coasted. We got comfortable. We stopped learning the tools. We relied on experience as a vague shield. Experience is tricky. If your experience allows you to solve a $1 million problem in 10 minutes, it is an asset. If your experience just means, this is how we've always done it, it is baggage. It is resistance. And companies hate resistance. So, the first layer of the shield is the mindset shift. You must stop protecting your turf and start proving your ROI, return on investment, every single week. You need to be visibly, undeniably worth the premium price tag you carry. How do we do that? We weaponize the one thing the 25-year-old doesn't have, context. But we pair it with the one thing they do have, tech. Part 2. The tech pivot. Don't be a dinosaur. Let's rip the Band-Aid off. If you are 50 and you are proudly saying things like, oh, I'm not good with technology, or I don't trust this AI stuff, you are signing your own severance package. In the 90s, if you refused to use email, you were fired. In the 2020s, if you refuse to use AI, you will be fired. You do not need to become a coder. You do not need to understand Python. But you must be AI fluent. The narrative against older workers is that we are slow. That we take a week to write a report that an AI-assisted Gen Z kid can write in an hour. You destroy this narrative by becoming a cyborg. Imagine this scenario. Your boss asks for a market analysis. The old you spends 3 days Googling, writing in Word, formatting charts manually. The new you feeds the data into an AI, asks for a strategic summary, spots the hallucinations using your wisdom, which the AI lacks, and delivers a polished executive summary in 2 hours. This is the killer combo. The junior has speed, but no judgment. They generate generic garbage fast. You have judgment, but you used to be slow. If you combine your judgment with AI speed, you become a weapon. You produce senior-level strategy at junior-level speed. That makes you 10x more valuable than the kid who just knows how to prompt but doesn't understand the business. Action item. Spend this weekend learning the basics of generative AI, not just playing with it. Learn how to automate your emails. Learn how to summarize meeting notes. Bring a new tool to your next team meeting. When the old guy is the one teaching the team about a new efficiency tool, the ageism narrative shatters instantly. Part 3. The brand pivot from manager to mentor. Tech is your sword. Now let's talk about your shield, your brand. How do people describe you when you aren't in the room? If they say, he's steady, or she's been here forever, you are in the danger zone. Those are euphemisms for stagnant. We need to pivot your brand from administrator to strategic partner. Tasks can be automated. Management can be flattened. Wisdom cannot be bought. You need to position yourself as the corporate historian and the fixer. You have seen these cycles before. You know what happened the last time the company tried to expand into Asia. You know why the last merger failed. In times of chaos and business as always, chaotic companies crave stability, but not lazy stability. They crave anchored stability. You need to be the person who calms the room. When the young team is panicking because a client is angry, you are the one who picks up the phone. Why? Because Gen Z has phone anxiety. You don't. You grew up on the phone. Leverage your soft skills. The ability to negotiate. The ability to read a room. The ability to handle a difficult conversation without falling apart. These are high-value human skills. Make sure your boss sees you doing this. Don't hide it. I'll handle that difficult client. I'll mentor the new interns on stakeholder management. Here is a counterintuitive piece of advice. Make the young people love you. If you act like the grumpy gatekeeper who hates the new generation, they will plot your demise. If you become the work dad or work mom in a professional sense, the one who helps them, promotes them, shields them from politics, they will protect you. Political capital from below is just as important as political capital from above. If the entire junior team revolts if you are fired, you are much harder to fire. Part 4. The network, your escape hatch. But let's be brutal. Even if you do everything right, the company might still cut you. Maybe they get acquired. Maybe private equity comes in and slashes everyone over 50. The ageism shield has a backup generator, your external network. Most people over 50 have terrible networks. But I have 500 connections on LinkedIn. No. You have 500 people you met at conferences 10 years ago who don't remember your name. A real network is people who will answer your phone call on the first ring. You need to warm up your network before you meet a job. If you wait until you are laid off to call your old contacts, you smell like desperation. Desperation repels opportunity. If you call them now, while you are employed, just to catch up and offer them value, you are building equity. Start positioning yourself as a consultant on LinkedIn now. Don't just post photos of your company picnic. Post insights about your industry. Here are the 3 mistakes companies make in logistics. How we solved a supply chain crisis. Show your expertise publicly. Why? Because when a recruiter or a potential client looks you up, you want them to see an expert, not just a job applicant. An expert has options. An applicant has needs. Part 5. The FU Fund Financial Leverage. Finally, the strongest layer of the shield isn't about work at all. It is financial. We talked about this in our Zero Savings Protocol video, but it bears repeating here. The thing that makes you smell like prey to a toxic boss is fear. If you are terrified of losing your paycheck because you live paycheck to paycheck, you act weak. You become a yes man. You tolerate abuse. You hide. But if you have a freedom fund, even just 6 months of expenses in cash, your body language changes. You speak the truth in meetings. You push back on bad ideas. You negotiate harder. Paradoxically, in the corporate world, the person who looks like they don't need the job is the one they want to keep the most. Confidence is magnetic. Needing the job is repulsive. If you want to beat ageism, get your money right. Downsize if you have to. Build that cash pile. Walking into a performance review knowing you could walk out the door and be fine for a year gives you a level of power that no 25-year-old has. They are drowning in student loans. You are standing on a foundation. Use it. The entrepreneur proposal, the advanced move. I want to give you one advanced tactic before we close. The entrepreneur proposal. If you feel your role is becoming obsolete, rewrite it. Don't wait for them to restructure you. Restructure yourself. Write a proposal to your leadership. Identify a massive, expensive problem the company has that no one is fixing because they are too busy. Propose that you will fix it. I see we are losing 20% on shipping inefficiencies. I want to transition out of my current daily management role and lead a special project to fix this. I believe I can save us $200,000 this year. You have just changed the frame. You aren't the expensive old manager. You are the profit generator. Companies rarely fire people who are actively generating new profit. Take the initiative. Design your own job. That is what a senior professional does. Listen to me. The world wants to tell you that you are done, that your best years are behind you, that you should just keep your head down and hope to survive until Social Security kicks in. That is a lie. Your 50s can be your most powerful professional decade. You have the map, you know the terrain. You have the scars that prove you can survive the battle. But you cannot be passive. The passive employee gets purged. The active, strategic, tech-enabled partner gets paid. Put on the shield. Learn the AI, build the brand, secure the money, make them need you. Next week, we are going to talk about the consultant pivot in more detail, how to take that expertise and sell it directly to clients so you never have to worry about a boss again. If you want to bulletproof your career, hit that subscribe button. We are rewriting the rules for Gen X. I'll see you in the next one.